Okay, we want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. This is going to be the first edition. I got the idea from a great man. To do it, call it traveling and unraveling. But when we're traveling and unraveling, spiritual gifts, if you will. The thoughts of our mind, of our daily walk in this truth. Analyzing the times and measuring it out in the spirit. Just kind of want to talk about, of course, another good thing that we can never forget is humiliation, and the concept of, not always wanting to put your hand towards, things that you may see, things that may be done wrong, or, just because you see it, that doesn't mean it's for you to distribute or for you to act upon it. The things that are done is in the time of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. The scripture says what? Force not the course of the river. So the scripture also says in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, it says, quench not the spirit. So things are happening and manifesting how Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai wants it. And it could be something wrong that you may see to work out for the better in the time. Because, even growing up, Jake could say what? All things work work good through God. Jake knows that. Jake has that concept in their mind. So we have to keep continuing and to remember that, even though us being judges and knowing how to handle certain matters now, we still have to weigh matters out, and have patience and faith.
That's right.
And the things that we were taught, because you can force the hand and then it'll backfire on you.
That's right. The Spirit of the Lord switch up and jack you up, man. You react hastily in matters, man. You got to leave everything up to the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? And that's what causes strife and discord amongst brothers. You know what I'm saying? You see something, or if you feel like a brother said something about you, then you rush and go and do something and start talking crap about the brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what breaks up the brotherhood. You see what I'm saying?
And then that's when, because a lot of times we get that question at camp, oh, so what about love your enemies? What about you love your enemies? And every brother knows the response to that. It's talking about your brothers amongst you. So this is when the time is to apply it. That's the best time to apply it.
That's talking about amongst the brothers within our circle. Your brother, because we're the brothers that's doing the work, man. The brothers that's teaching in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And I'll say that primarily amongst GMS. Or, and another thing, man. GMS, this is not a gang or a clique. Or GMS is just a title. It's just a name. It's just a name that the Spirit kind of put on us. We're known as the Great Millstone. But it's not about no GMS or Great. It's about Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's the real name that we are the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
GMS is just a title. That's right. That us as a particular group of brothers, meaning all the brothers that's within our group, go by. We're affiliated with that. Well, it's not an organization or nothing like that, really. So we got to remember that too, man. But speaking amongst us brothers in so-called GMS, right? That's what that applies to. And when I say,
also too,
was that first part, all that deleted?
Nah, it's
okay, we had a little technical difficulties, but we're back. But go ahead, brother.
No, I was going to say, because we was talking about, the enemies and everything, and who those enemies are that we're supposed to love, and we got to remember not only that, Yahweh Shai, he knew the whole time that Judas was going to deny him. Judas was going to not deny him, but turn him over to the Romans. He knew that, he was the son of perdition, but he didn't hastily just cast him away. He knew in time that he had to wait for the right time to, have him make his move, and then so the will of Yahweh be done. Again, that's in the prayer. Not my will, but yours be done. So brothers, hey, we're told by Yahweh Shai to say that prayer. That if you pray, this is the prayer that you ought to pray. Not my will, but yours be done.
That's
so
right.
that has to be applied. That has to be applied in our lives, man.
Yeah, that's right, through the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. But as I was saying, this thing of ours, three brothers within our group, our circle, known as GMS primarily, right? That's when that's supposed to apply, brotherhood. You understand? We can't rush to judgment on no brothers. You got to find out what's going on in the matter first, and then you say, okay, well, you know, okay, well, this is what it is. This is okay, brother. Or like I said, man, and you can't prejudge no brothers either. You can't prejudge brothers, man, because you know other brothers are looking at other brothers may be looking at a particular brother like, but I don't know, I don't trust that guy. I don't think he's right. And then you start talking shit about the brother. You can't do that, man. You got to first you got to, if you have an issue with a man, you go and you talk to that man. Okay, or if you and the brother have a disagreement or something happened or something like that, you gotta if you have two brothers, or if a brother have a fallout with each other, you're supposed to go and try to squash that. The scripture says this: let not the sun go down upon your wrath, man. Okay, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And then the scriptures also say, Yahweh Shah said, in malice be ye children. Meaning that if you have a disagreement or argument with a brother, by the time the conversation ends, man, okay, whatever you was angry with that brother about is supposed to go out the window, man. And another thing, man, we not supposed to be airing our dirty laundry out here. We got enough enemies. We got these scoffers and scorners, these other camps, Esau coming against us. So if brothers got beefs with brothers, you don't put the shit out there on YouTube, or you don't put it out there. When you call that man, you call other brothers, you have a little council, you have a little meeting, and you discuss it. You talk on the phone or whatever it is, man, and you work that out amongst yourselves. Okay, but we ain't supposed to be airing our dirty laundry, because we got enough enemies, man. These scoffers and scorners, they just waiting for any little thing to jump on and say, see these guys, see these niggas, they ain't getting along. GMS is falling apart. You know, it gives them more fuel for the fire, so to speak.
That's right.
You see?
That's the spirit, because there's a scripture. Oh man, I can't think of where it's at. I know it's in one of the in Paul's epistles. You know, I can't think exactly where it's at. You know, however, he talked about how, you know, us walking in the image. You know, you got to watch how you walk, because we're in the image of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Everything we do, we represent Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So we can't be on some, you know, bitch gossip shit, you know, with Akim, you know, especially brothers that are in the faith, you know, trying to, you ultimately, you're throwing dirt on the name of the Lord. You're throwing dirt on the name, on the image of the Lord, man. Because when people see us, and when people, you know, they watch the videos and everything, they hear what we have to say, it's supposed to give them the remembrance of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know? And Yahweh Shai, the first two commandments was what? You know, love the Most High with all thy mind, body, soul, spirit. And the second commandment was love thy neighbor as thyself. So if you know, if a man has a grievance with another man, you know in your mind, if you was doing something wrong and you didn't know about it, you would want that man to come talk to you about the scenario. And a lot of times, I say this too, a lot of times it's a scenario to where a brother, he might not even know that he's offending you. You know, he might not even know that, you know, what he's doing, he's going off. And it don't, and brothers don't always got to be on some, yo, look, brother, this, that, and the third, like just, you know, barking at like you a drill sergeant or something. Things can be hashed out so easily, like, brother, you know,
that's right.
So, yo, brother, yo, did you notice this, that, and the third? Like just something basic, just a normal conversation. And I always harp this as well, you know. And I know the apostle agree. A lot of this shit can be avoided too if brothers dwelt with each other more, man. You know, as far as, you know, brothers amongst your camp and everything, brothers should be breaking bread with Akim, man. That hashes out a lot, man. That hashes out a lot. That when you around your brother and you constantly with him, you know, brothers breaking bread with each other and all that, things become into a normal conversation, man. You know? And it's not by the time you get to Saturday or Thursday, whatever the day you go out and you do the work, it's like, oh, now when this brother talks to you, it's like, oh, why is he getting on me every time I see him? That kind of thing. And then your emotions are involved. As opposed to if brothers is really breaking bread with each other, and being brotherly, then a rebuke is nothing. A reproof is nothing. Oh, this brother just checked. He just looking out. It becomes nothing when
That's right.
when you're in unity, when you're in that when you dwell with each other, man. You know, the scriptures harp on that, man. You know, how beautiful is it, you know, for brotherly love to continue.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
in unity.
That's right, man. That's how it's supposed to be. Because that's what Yahweh Shai said.
Yep. That's right. That's right, man. I went the wrong way. They got the game going on.
Okay, that's right.
Got off at the last exit.
Okay, yeah, because we're in transit here. So.
Yeah, cunt, traveling and unraveling, you know, and, you know, breaking bread with the Akim, you know, but ultimately, man, all this, you know, like the apostle said, going back and forth, you know, it's like, it's pointless.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't do that, man, because look, man, things are going on. Like I was telling brothers, I was talking on the phone with different brothers, all this shit is getting serious. Look what's going on. Right now, all this stuff is going on with Russia, United States. Man, we're about those wars about to pop off. All this extreme weather, all this stuff that the Most High is doing, jacking this place up. The things that's going on here in America, these Edomites are revving up to do real damage to Jake. And meanwhile, we bickering amongst each other. It's pointless, man.
That's Satan. That's Satan throwing those fiery darts. Satan knowing that he has but a short time. Satan, come on, man. All this stuff, out of all the people in the world, you know, look who's backbiting, man.
Yeah.
You know, these people that have great big followings. All it is a distraction. Why? Because Satan is about to make a move. That's why it's beautiful when them brothers that, you know, do those heavy prophecy breakdown videos and all that. Like, it's beautiful to show what's really going on. You know, what how the Middle East is getting hotter. Russia and America. You know how you got the boxing bout, you got the weigh-in, and they in each other's face, and because the fight's about to happen. That's what's going on a global point of view. That's what's going on. This is about to be a big fight about to happen, man. But you worry about a little skirmish over here.
Yeah.
You know? Worry about a little skirmish that could be done, man. Most of this shit is bitch shit anyway, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People, hey, brother ain't going off in doctrines. Hey, he's still a brother, man. You know? Oh, you know what, brother? Hey, how about praying for another brother, man? You know? How about praying for another brother? You know? Everybody want to be the tough guy. I can't wait to cut this guy's head off, and you know, I'm gonna shoot lightning through my eyes and all this crazy stuff. Like, which is, you know, it's not far fetched when you had the knowledge and understanding of the prophecies. But how about the flip side of this thing?
Remember Yahweh Shai cut the disciples. He called them the sons of thunder. What spirit entered in the yard? That's called fire from heaven. That's Yahweh Shai. That's destroyed them. Yahweh Shai said, "Look, I came to, you know, try to deliver, man. What kind of spirit y'all in?"
Right.
That's why he mocked them. Says the sons of thunder.
Okay, kind. See,
yeah.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit, because ultimately, what Yahweh Shai said, what? Said, "Ye without sin cast the first stone."
That's right.
So for you to you. Hence, there's a difference between going off in doctrine and, you know, a brother offending another brother on a personal tip. That's why, hey, I never forget. That's one of the lessons I first learned in this knowledge. Look, man, if a brother offend you, then you pull him over and say, "Yo, brother, you know, I don't know. You know, we might have had a disagreement on this, that, and the third."
Yeah.
But if a brother's going off in doctrine, oh no, you going off, man. That's a whole nother approach when you check someone in doctrine as opposed to checking someone on something personal.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's not the same street, man. It's not the same street.
That's right. The guy's going off with the word. Then you correct that brother. You call him on the phone and say, "Hey, brother, I saw this video you put up, man. You kind of went off in the scripture. You broke the scripture down wrong, whatever. You know what I mean?" And that's it, man. But if a man offend you, the scripture say a friend lost is harder than how does that scripture? I don't want to misquote the scripture, but it talks about a friend lost is
right. Harder to be harder to be won than a strong city. I believe it is.
Yeah, because once you offend a brother, man, it's hard to win that brother back.
Yeah.
So we got to be very careful how we deal with each other. And remember what Yahweh Shai said: "If anyone offend any of these my little ones, it was better that a millstone would cast by his neck,
Yep.
and he'll cast into the water."
Yep.
So brothers got to be careful how they talk to brothers and how you deal with brothers, the men of the Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? You got to come humble. If you feel like a brother offended you, then fine. You talk to the brother and you say, "Look, brother, why did you say this? Why did you do this?" Okay, and then y'all supposed to hash it out in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. But by the end of the conversation, you're supposed to say, hey, brother, we got to learn to humble ourselves. That the brother brought out humiliation. A lot of us don't want to humble ourselves, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Take the low. Sometimes Scripture says you got to take low.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
When thou art changed to a lower state, take it patiently.
That's right.
And then the Scriptures also say this: when men are cast down, then shalt thou say, there is lifting up, saith the Lord. So you got to learn to be low, man. For years, man, going back myself, Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Ramlab, starting with us in particular, right? Years ago back and going back to One West, man, we were always kicked down in the dirt. Them niggas back then, they was always bringing us to counsel. They was always talking shit about. So we used to it, man. You see what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. But we dealt with it, man. We had to deal with wicked niggas back then, back there in the One West and all that. We had to deal with all kind of wickedness and wicked niggas that was back in the schools. Guys that were our so-called elders back then. Guys like Lahab, Yeshaya, Yashawan, and the Central Command, all that wickedness they was doing back then. And we were the underdogs back then, man. But you know what? We had to deal with it for a time, right? And then Yahweh Shai vindicated us. Like Lahab, he was the main guy that was always coming against Apostle Tahar. See, so we've seen it within the history of Israel.
And now,
and then the Lord exposed Lahab and got rid of him.
Exactly.
That's why Lahab is out there right now, bugged out, trying to make his little comeback, making videos and shit like that. 20 years later.
That's right. At the end of the day, hey, the scripture says what? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, right? So at the end of the day, to be vindicated, really, see, that's another thing. See, guys want to be vindicated based upon their name, based upon their image. If you want vindication, it should be based off of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and not your own self-pleasures. You know? A lot of guys, again, a lot of guys, they wanna be the man. Look what I did. You know, I sifted this out. I pointed this out. Instead, man, look, that's what I was gonna say, because that was a beautiful example. Because when the apostles tell the stories of the things that happened back then, and we look at now, look, the apostles have been vindicated. They've been, shown to be right. But guess what? They had to suffer back then the bullshit. See, now with humiliation comes suffering, and cats don't want to go through that, man. Hey, man, I was dwelling on this yesterday, we are the humiliation of our race. We are the elect is going to be the humiliation of the nation at this point in time, during this wave, if you will. You know? Remember the scripture says what? I will give you fame in the land that you was put to shame. Shame has to come first.
That's right, man. You got to be dishonored. Yahweh Shai even got his glory.
Thank you.
Yahweh Shai was humiliated back then when he was crucified, man, when he was on the earth. And he still haven't received his true penance yet, man.
Right.
So we got to wait for ours.
That's right. That's right. And it's not, and that's that vain glory. You want to be self-motivated, man. You know, or self-vindication, if you will. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Brothers got to understand, with humiliation, it's not about you. You put yourself to the back burner. Again, loving your neighbor is how you love yourself, you know? So when you love your neighbor, you treat that man how you want to be treated. And in turn, that's ultimately putting yourself to the side, you know? Going into the humiliation factor, you know? And hey, man, that's what it boils down to, man. At the end of the day, we can't. There's no winning here. You know, there's no winning here.
That's right, man.
You know, the odds are against us.
That's right.
You know, so for you to try to make the odds even here in this society,
you can't. It ain't gonna be even, man. Not till Yahweh Shai come back.
Nope. Yahweh
Shai haven't received his true glory yet. People still walking around talking about Christ, primarily IUIC.
Right.
Okay, you got guys like Nate, who's supposed to be Israelites in the truth, going around talking about Christ. So, Yahweh Shai, even amongst Israelites are the so-called enlightened, he still hasn't received his glory, much less in the world. So, you know, Yahweh Shai, we got to receive ours. Yahweh Shai got to get his before we get ours. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, with that, you know what? I believe the point was made, you know. Basically, brothers, to the best of your ability, try to remain humble, stay humble.
Yeah, be spiritual, brothers, and be humble, and we gotta let brotherly love continue, man.
Correct.
Okay, we gotta let brotherly love continue, man. And brothers in GMS, you can't be having. Look, not every brother's gonna get along. We understand that. Certain men are just not gonna like each other. Certain brothers just ain't gonna get along. But you gotta have love for brothers in GMS, man. We gotta have love for the brothers, man. You gotta pray for brothers. Okay, we gotta pray. The scriptures say pray. That's what it's talking about. Pray for your enemies. Bless them that despitefully use you. You understand? That's amongst us, bro. So if you got issues with brothers, man, call the brother up and try to hash it out. And then if pray to the Lord and say, well, look, man, why did I feel this way about this particular brother? Pray to the Lord. Pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to take. Maybe it's a demon on you.
Yeah. And the scriptures also to say in that same chapter, that's Matthew 18, he said, how often should I forgive my brother? 70 times 7.
That's right, man. Looking at brothers, we're supposed to be looking at certain brothers a certain kind of ways, and especially if you don't know the brother.
Word.
Especially if you see that man doing the work.
Right.
We all doing the work together here, man. So you know what I mean? That's what it is, brother. So yeah, man. With that, man, I'm not gonna be all long-winded, you know.
And with that, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, brother.
Shalom to all the brothers of the elect, man. Let's continue to keep that. Let's just do the work, brothers, man. Fuck all the other the soap opera, sitcom, reality show. This is not a reality show. This whole thing this is the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is not a sitcom. This is not a reality show. You got people that's trying to make it that way, but we not supposed to be involved in that. Okay?
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.